This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Government gets ultimatum from firefighters. Members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade are restive and have issued an ultimatum to the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to commence talks on the proposed new salary structure under the compensation review within 10 days, failing which normality cannot be guaranteed. At the same time, delegates of the powerful Jamaica Teachers Association have sent a strong message to the government as they rejected the latest offer from the Ministry of Finance during a meeting in Kingston yesterday. The uniformed members of the JFB issued the ultimatum owing to the inordinate delay by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to start the discussions with their union representatives. The unions representing the firefighters have been seeking to hold the talks with the Finance Ministry from May 2022. Attempts were also made in October 2022, but to no avail. Meanwhile, JTA President LaSandra Harrison said yesterday that of the 585 delegates who voted, 560 rejected the offer. Only 24 teachers voted in favor. The vote took place on Friday afternoon at a special delegates conference at Wolmer's Boys' School in Kingston. The conference was called following a week of consultations with JTA members island-wide. Harrison said the union would continue its talk with the government to ensure teachers are given a livable salary. The teachers have mandated us. We will go back to the Ministry of Finance and, of course, ask for them to have a sit-down with us as professionals of this nation, the pillars of this nation, deserving of respect, and that we sit at the table and continue the talks to iron out the remaining issues as it relates to the transitioning of the teachers from our current dispensation to that of the new under the compensation review, she said. In December, the government started to implement the public sector compensation review to overhaul the structure of salaries and other emoluments in the public sector. However, the JTA and the Jamaica Constabulary Force are the two major public sector groups for which negotiations have not yet been finalized. Homemade firearm seized in St. Ann. One homemade firearm was seized by the St. Anne's Bay Police during a targeted raid in Chalky Hill, St. Ann yesterday. Reports are that at about 8:30 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched and the firearm was seen in a dresser at the dwelling. No one was arrested and the investigation continues. DPP urges investigators to close loopholes in fraud probes. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn is charging investigators attached to the Financial Investigations Division to be thorough in their probes to allow for the successful conviction of persons charged with fraud. If certain things are not picked up, certain challenges are not picked up from day one, loopholes are not closed, it may still mean that you go to court and the prosecutor is given a lemon, so to speak, and the case falls apart, she said. Speaking at FID's biennial conference held under the theme Widening the Use of the Proceeds of Crime Act through collaboration on Thursday, Llewellyn said that laxity, especially in the initial stages of white-collar crime investigations, can be very disconcerting for prosecutors. The prosecution in these cases would be forced to take the role of a magician or in a circus performer, jumping through hoops, she said. The DPP asserted that collaboration between the two agencies is in the public's best interest and urged them to be bold and decisive on the job even while facing challenges. More than 40 people, including retired track legend Usain Bolt, were allegedly defrauded of approximately $3 billion from private investment company Stocks and Securities Limited. No one has been charged to date, but a former employee of the company has been implicated in the fraud. But in addressing public concerns about the conviction rate for white-collar crimes, the DPP urged Jamaicans to manage their expectations. It is so easy for people to say, why don't we have more prosecution of corruption matters? Why don't we have more prosecutions of politicians or anyone else, people within the financial industry? And I say again, this is not CSI or Law and Order, she said, in reference to the popular television crime drama shows. The prosecution of crimes, and especially financial crimes, is not a cartoon because you have to deal very much with what I am calling the human condition. Because very often you are investigating or prosecuting, and one of your witnesses or two of your witnesses were willfully blind, she said. And unlike what might be displayed in these shows, Llewellyn said that financial crimes are often not the most attractive, as it normally involves scrutinizing boxes of documents and papers. You tend to find some investigators, some prosecutors, and indeed some judges, financial crimes are not particularly sexy, Llewellyn added. Air traffic controllers to meet with JCAA regarding wage talks. The Jamaica Air Traffic Controllers Association is to meet with the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority regarding the ongoing realignment of workers under the public sector wage review exercise. The association met with representatives of the Ministry of Finance after threatening industrial action over the delay in concluding wage talks. JATCA President Kurt Solomon says there are some points of consensus, however, more work needs to be done before an agreement is reached.
We have to now meet with our employers to determine how best things such as salary scales and the elements that are to be rolled in. There is some agreement thus far with some of the items that are to be rolled in. We do see merit in some of them, but there are some of them that are specific to us in terms of allowances, and there are some others that we agree generally and require much more discussion for them to be rolled up in the salaries, etc. And there are also some implications as it relates to matters of pension and taxation with the roll-up. So we're still in discussion. We're not at a place to finalize anything just yet. We are working on that. There are some options we're exploring in terms of how to treat with the salaries, because this comes at the back end of us having gone through a modernization program that triggered changes in some of our job descriptions and all those elements that would fit into reclassification and then salary rationalization and things like that. So we have quite a bit of ironing out to do with the employers especially, because we believe between ourselves and our employers we have enough information with the granular details.
Another alert for 17-year-old boy. Another alert has been activated for 17-year-old Jonathan Bedward of Portmore Villa, Gregory Park in Portmore, St. Catherine, who went missing yesterday. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 167 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. Reports from the Caymanas police are that Jonathan was last seen at home at about 12 midday. When last seen, he was dressed in a black pullover, blue jeans pants, and a pair of brown and black Clark's shoes. He has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Bedward is being asked to contact the Caymanas police at 876-988-1719, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.